What's up guys, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Zoro Nike. So he's wearing a Nike hoodie, well, sweater, jumper. Swords on his back. Center point of my page about here. Come up and we start with his closed eye, right? So we got that Zoro sort of scar on his eye, right? So we're gonna go diagonal. And it kind of curves down, back up, spikes that way, right? So you want to thicken it up as well, right? So it's like a closed eyelid. So what you do is at the front here, you want to make it a bit thicker, like a bit spiky and thicker, and then this will curve down here thicker as well, and then it gets thinner at the back. So as if his eyelashes are just closed. Okay, roughly that sort of shape. So then Zoro has eyelid lines above. So I think there's like a curved one here. And he's another one underneath his eyebrow. So you got to do eyebrow first. But we'll just add like some sort of textures under his eye there. And then a real curving, sort of spiky eyebrow. So it goes up and then points right down, right? Now, depending on how detailed you want to do it, you can add more details to his eyebrow. So we can go like a bit thicker at the front. And maybe like some extra sort of frowning lines here. And then that other eyelid line is usually like coming out there. And then of course the scar, right? So they normally do it like as one line, but what I'm going to do is kind of do a broken sort of line that we can color, sort of scar colored, right? Because I kind of like it better that way. So we're just going to go down his eye like this with a double line like that. This is just my preference now for Zoro's scars, but you can do them like that. I think they do one line just in the show and the manga. So his other eye just over this side. So one piece nose, fairly basic. Curve it around here just beside his eyebrow. His head is kind of tilted diagonally. Okay, so the other eye will be up like above this one, kind of in line with his eyebrow on this eye. So we go that way. And then noses are kind of like L's or 7s in a lot of drawings. It's kind of like an L. And then the nostril there. And sometimes they do like an extra little thing on top, or like start of an extra line for the bridge of his nose. They don't do it all the time. Okay, so his other eye is gonna come out just here. So we'll go sort of diagonal this way. And sometimes they're flat and sometimes it's curved, but we'll go kind of a mix between the two maybe. And then the bottom eyelid line here. And we want him to kind of be looking sort of more at us, right? So we want him to like be looking this direction. So you want to put his sort of iris in here. Now in the anime and manga, I've seen them black and grey. So if you're doing them grey, you want to put another pupil, like another circle, his pupil here in the iris. But if you want to color it all black, you can, because I've seen it done that way as well. So he's got a heavy frown as well. So this, like his eyebrow touches his eyelid, right? And this eyebrow will be much more turned upwards than the other side because we are in three-quarter pose, right? So it goes up and then spikes down that way. It'll go behind his sort of forehead there. And then we get those sort of eyelid lines like the other side as well. So he's a grumpy looking dude. So his mouth then, just like a downturned sort of anime mouth, nothing sort of major, just goes sort of diagonal down like so. Kind of flat. And then his bottom lip line. So we'll go just across here. And then chin, he's a pretty square chin, like it's quite a strong chin. Going this way. Now, because we're in three-quarter pose, we have a jaw on this side and a cheek on this side. Okay, so two different lines for his face. So on this side, we're going to go sort of with the chin and then up. It's just going to go to his ear. So we'll go diagonal this way. About the edge of his eyebrow, you can change your direction and go up towards the ear. Okay, it's about like vertically underneath the edge of his eye or eyebrow. The other side is different. So it kind of curves out around his cheek, like it's subtle bends, right? It goes like curving around his cheekbone rather than his jaw, right? So it's kind of an S sort of a thing, like a real shallow, skinny S. And then when you hit the eye socket, right? So your cheekbone is like protecting your eye. So then you go in and then out for the brow. So you just go in a bit, so it curves in and out, roughly where the eyebrow would be. And then it'll go around that brow area. And up the forehead. Somewhere up here. Okay. Now in One Piece, sometimes they do it like very straight. See, like that even, just some slight bends. So that's okay. It's just the style of the anime. So then, his jaw becomes his like sideburn and then his hair. Okay, so we got that pretty big sideburn at his ear, right? So we'll go sort of there. And this like goes up towards his ear. So this becomes the ear, and like a little hook. And then it curves down around. And we have 3 circles. Just down here. And each of those is like a raindrop sort of gold earring. And we got some ear lines inside. And then we'll finish his hair. Sideburn there, some some hairlines. And then we start to get this sort of zigzag effect on his sideburn. And it starts to go up towards his fringe. There's a couple of spikes just sticking out there. And then like a little V in there, and then another hair spike, and maybe two, then down to there. Line on the side of his head there. Right, so his hair just kind of spikes around. Short green hair spikes, basically. Going all the way around his head. Kind of remind me of shark fins. And we'll just go as far as we can. Down to there. And sometimes there is like textures in on the head. Optional, of course, but sometimes they do it and sometimes they don't. That's his head, basically. Maybe just some scratches on his mouth and his forehead as if he's been fighting. I think they always look cooler when they have this dirt stuff on their face. Right, his neck. So very sort of thick, long neck. So going right up the hair here at the back. And then maybe a neck muscle just going that way. They don't include it in the picture I'm drawing from, but I think it needs it. And then his collar, different clothing now. Nike, standard Nike sweater. We call them jumpers in Ireland. I know it's probably weird. Don't know why we call them jumpers. I know you call them sweaters, which makes a bit more sense. And then like another fold going that way. And then it just kind of goes down around his shoulders. We could have maybe some fold lines, maybe just like that. So we're going to have like a strap coming down here and some of his blades, well, three handles of his blades coming here, right? So I'm just going to add like a bit of a bump there and then a simple black strap just coming down this way. And we're going to do the Nike tick underneath, right? Now the Nike tick is fairly straightforward. You just do the bottom line first. So you're going to curve it around there, bring it up. And it probably should be longer than this, so I'm going to go. Right, so that's your basic shape. And then you're going to add another line up here. Okay. And it's okay if it's bumpy because we're on a piece of fabric, so fabric is normally bumpy. Okay. Now, so in the original image, his like swords are down here, like way down on his waist, but I'm going to put them here. because I can. Okay, so the one that's in front, so we're gonna carve there. This is like the gold top that's on them. Kind of looks like a top hat. Or a bowler hat, and it's got like a T on it. I'm not sure which. I know like each blade has a name and stuff, but I'm not sure. I never learned which one. Down that way. And it can be sort of bumpy. It's okay if it's not straight, because all these swords have sort of rope wrapped around them, kind of. You know, the edges, they have soft handles. And then we got diamonds inside. Standard samurai sword design. And sometimes we get like this extra stuff along the edge here. Optional. But I do think it helps sometimes. Right, so we have another one this side and another one behind on this side. So we'll do this one here. Slightly wider on the top. It's got a curved brass top. And then we're going to go down. We can probably see a little bit of the handle on this one, like the hilt of it. You know, that sort of curvy gold section that they have on some of them. And then number 3, we'll put, this one's kind of thinner, I think. And then we'll go kind of a curved handle. And then it has another brass thing here. And then these kind of shapes. That one has diamonds on it as well, and I'll come back to that. So these kind of crisscross ropes basically on that. And there's diamonds on this one as well. Kind of coming down the middle here. So they might go in behind the other one. Okay, and then again some of these texture lines and stuff. Top of that, like so. Zoro, love Zoro, great character. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.